Hi everyone! Today we're going to talk about this Czerny Etude Opus 299 to number 15. And you will see right from the beginning we have these triplet figures on the right hand. Isn't it very similar to the Beethoven Moonlight Sonata, which is a repetitive we called it a complement figure. So what you need to do is to find this treble C. So this is our middle C. So it sounds like this. And this is a treble C. And then place 1, 3, and 5 on C, E, and G on our C major 5-finger position. And with a little bit of rotation on your wrist, almost like lift it up and down a little bit, imagine that you are a bird flying a little bit. So just don't get discouraged if you can't get it very even at the beginning. That's why we are practicing this etude meaning that to improve our technique. So and then use your fingertips and try to stay firm on the fingertips, but keep this wrist really relaxed, almost like a spring for us to move from one note to the other. As you notice that I am staying very close to the keys, so try to get a feel of it. And then left hand, we're going to play. So how do I do this? I am holding down the C, which is a whole note here, and then I'm going to use these two fingers, 1 and 2, to do like a up, down, sort of feeling to it. Imagine that you're dancing. So basically they're playing the same C, E, and G, but then left hand is playing quarter notes while right hand is playing triplets and rotates. Okay, so that is our first two measures. Here is the first two measure again. As you notice, Miss Wu's wrist is going up and down, so I hope you get some of that in there, and it helps us to play and flow. So make sure you sing up really tall, and also keep our fingertips really firm, and remember our binocular fingers, so it's similar to that shape. And then when we get to measure 3, we change to, remember, this is C major, and this is the 1 chord, and then we move to our 5 chord, so which is, if you think about it, is G, B, D. Remember, we go from C, D, E, F, G. That's our fifth notes on the C major scale, and we are playing it in this position. Yeah. So, in short, the bottom note, you just need to know that it went from C to B. Okay. So this is the third measure, and then my middle finger and thumb is doing D and G. Okay, and then my right hand, I am going to do D, F, G. So using 2, 4, and 5. So find those notes and then also give it a little rotation. D, F, G, D, F, G, D, F, G. Yeah, so once you find those 3 notes, relax your hand and then let the fingers do the work, and then you can just think about what you wanted to do is D, F, G, D, F, G, D, F, G, D, F, G, like that. And when we get to the 4th measure, our left hand go back to the first position of C, E, and G, like that. And then while the right hand is going to do almost like going up on the mountain, E, F, G, and then coming back to all the way to the treble C. Okay? And now we are going to spin it a little bit differently. So now that we finished the first 4 measure, as you can take notes here, a lot of the pieces that we're playing is always built on this 4 measures block. So almost like each Lego blocks, it just built it up block by block, 4 plus 4. So the next starting point is the 5th measure. So this time I'm going to start from the top of these 3 notes and then rotate back down to the thumb. So G, E, C, G, E, C, G, E, C. Yeah, so this exercise is to help us to get used to playing the C major chord in any direction. It prepares us to play other repertoires in each period. Yeah, so I already moved on to right now I'm on the 7th measure. So where my left hand is going to play our 5 6 chord. I call it 5-6 because it's the it's the first inversion of that chord. While my right hand, remember that we worked on the 3rd measure was going D, F, G, and this time we're going to come back and G, F, D. Yeah, top to bottom kind of give it a little spin, and now rotate. The 8th measure is the 3rd combinations of these groups of notes. Remember, the first one is C, E, G. Yeah. Second one is G, E, C. Yeah. And now the 3rd way is C, G, E. Yeah, C, G, E. Yeah. And now we get to the second half of the piece. And don't forget that there's a repeat signs at end of measure 8. So make sure you repeat one more time from the top to measure 8. So you basically play the first section twice. So circle that repeat signs. Okay? And then now we get to the second half of the piece. And then it started on this chord. Remember what chord is it? It's the 5-6 chord. We tend to call the first inversion 6 because between B and G, the outer notes of this chord is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 notes. So that's why it's 5-6. Yeah. And our right hand is going to do this cool pattern. So read it with me. F, D, G, F, D, G, F, D, like that. So now we are also working on the 3rd version of these 3 notes, D, F, and G. But then we're going to start in the middle, F, and then go to D, and then going up to G. So, yeah? So try to practice that F, D, G, F, D, G, F, D, and then E, C, G, E, C, G, E, C, and then go back to that. Repeat one more time. And then E, C, G, E, C, G, E. Stop at E, okay? Okay, so that was our 3rd Lego block from measure 9, 10, 11, 12 to measure 12. Okay, so now we get to the last piece of our block, which is going to be using this pattern. Remember, C, G, E, C, G, E. Almost like drawing a triangle, right? C, G, E, G, G, E. Almost like a triangle. So play 2 measures of that. And then the last 2 measures of the piece. So the second to last measure is started with D, G, F, D, G, F, and it went to D, E, D, F, E, D. Why? Because they wanted to get to C, because we started on C major, we end on C major. Okay, so again, so remember to always play the right notes and the right rhythms with the right fingerings. So you can download the sheet music at the link below, and please practice it. And then trying to relax as much as you can. And here is from the beginning to the end. Okay, so hope you enjoyed today's video. For time being, I skipped the repeat sign. So, hope you like it and let me know what else you would like to hear me talk about. So, bye bye.